We're good? Wrong? Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Kamen Rider Corner here on Pulp Culture Renegades. My name is Jimmy, and this is
Luis.
Today we're going to be talking about episode 4 of Kamen Rider Build, which is titled "The Testimony Will Be Zero." Before we get started, you're going to probably see that we're missing a few people. Justin isn't here. He's
on vacation.
We banished him. He's in Hawaii. He's not good enough for California. He has to be in Hawaii. No, he's on vacation. He'll be back next week. Darrel is running late, so he'll be here in a bit. So we're just gonna get started. So how did you like this episode?
It wasn't bad, actually. I think the pacing was actually really good for the episode that we had.
Yes.
A lot of twist, and it was for me. I think it was heavily focused on Ryuga.
Yeah.
What did you think?
I liked it. I probably jumped the gun a little bit. I want to say hi to everyone in the chat room first. So we have Abigail Parker. Hi. We have Ryan Super Zero 4 Steel Speed Thomas. Hi, Ryan. How are
Love
you doing?
That name.
We have, who else is in here? We have Blackwing. Hi, Blackwing.
Hey, I'm here.
You're in here, or you were in there.
I wasn't there.
So hi guys, thank you guys for joining us today. So I really like this episode. I was talking about it with you earlier.
Yeah.
And while it was fine, it felt longer than other episodes. Like the pacing was just, in my opinion, a little bit better than last week's.
It was a good long pacing. That's what we kind of needed. The other one's kind of, it had a faster pacing, but it wasn't half bad.
Yeah, the other episode, I mean, they've all had a lot going on, but this specific episode, while it had more going on, I just felt they paced it a lot better.
Yeah.
And it felt a lot longer than the other episodes.
I kind of liked it that, even though it is supposed to be for build, we're supposed to be focusing on Sento. I like it how they were focusing on Ryuga in a sense, more of, it's a fact of him helping out, the family for Nabeshima and all that stuff. That I like I said, I like it that it was focused on Ryuga this time, in a sense.
Yes. So we have Blackwing in the room. He says, plus episode 5 is already up. Not spoiling. We appreciate you not spoiling it, Blackwing.
Thank you.
Do you guys think that at one point season Banjo will become a Kamen Rider? Yeah, we're kind of been. I mean, he has a full bottle. So if he doesn't become a Kamen Rider, that's gonna be a bit weird. That he has a full bottle. That's pretty much his girlfriend.
That would be a twist, though.
It would be a twist. It'd be weird.
He has a full bottle.
We're all kind of expecting it, but if they somehow decide not to make him a rider, that would be a little bit on the weird side. So let's talk about the actual contents of the episode itself. So the episode opens up and we see Sento on the bed,
basically asleep.
Yeah, he's like knocked out. The coffee owner pretty much found him in the warehouse. He's cured, he's alive. That, good for him.
But before, sorry about that. But before that, we see shots of Sento having a dream again.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's
a
right.
recurring dream. But this time he has something different. He sees a panel being used in the laboratory. I would say.
Yeah, in the lab at Faust's headquarters. So at that point, he gets a call from Banjo, pretty much saying, "Hey, we made it to Seito. All right, we're good. How are things on your end?" Sento's like, things are busy here.
Mm-hmm.
It might be a trap though. Be careful. And he's like, all right, cool. So yeah, Sento pretty much tells the coffee owner, I keep forgetting his name. Like, yeah, I remember something else. The panel, for the Pandora's Box.
Does he bring it up early in that episode?
Yeah, he brings it up. I took note of it earlier this morning. He does bring it up, and he's like, oh, that's kind of weird.
God, X8 sucks, am I right? Okay.
Hey,
anyway,
look who finally decided to show
continue.
up.
Hi.
No, I think we got to interrupt because of you now.
Hi.
Who are you again?
I'm Jezzer.
Hi, Joseph. You're a little bit taller than I remember.
Yeah, right. No, guys, what's up? I'm Darrel. For those of you who just now tuning into Pop Culture Renegades, I've been here for the past 3 episodes. Now 4. I'm a tank.
He's usually on time.
Usually. Car troubles. And people don't know how to, for anyone that doesn't live in Los Angeles, people don't know how to drive. It's really obnoxious.
It is. So, all right. So after this, conveniently, the magic microwave goes off.
Ooh, magic microwave? Is that what you're calling it?
I'm calling it the
magic
magic microwave.
microwave.
The magic science microwave. So No, actually, sorry. Let me backtrack a little bit. Sento comes to the conclusion that Faust, because you remember this, they're using part of Pandora's box to create the smash.
Yeah.
So then the magic microwave goes off, and then we get a new bottle. Not that bottle, but we get a new
Oh,
bottle.
okay, that's where we are. Okay.
Yeah, so we're still pretty early on. Ninja.
Ninja.
We get a ninja bottle.
Yes.
Ninja fruit bottle.
Which I kind of saw something spoilery for it. It looks really cool.
Yeah, it's like it's blasted all over Twitter and like Instagram and stuff. And
Yeah.
so it's like it's almost unavoidable. If you haven't seen it yet, you're in for a treat.
Yeah, it looks
Exactly.
really cool. I'm not gonna spoil anything for you, but I've seen it. I didn't want to see it, but it popped up on my feed like 4 times
You
in a
know
row.
when
I
like
couldn't
you
avoid it.
turn on like your phone or something and like you're on Instagram and it just like auto refreshes. Like okay, it's like
Yeah, that's kind of what
it's
happened.
the first image. It's like oh,
That happened with
man.
me on Facebook.
You gotta love it too, but I mean, you hate it at the same time that you just got a new image that you didn't want.
Yeah. So after we get the ninja full bottle,
Okay.
what is her name? Mitan? Well, that's her puppy name.
Misora?
Misora.
Misora.
She comes out of the magic microwave. She's
Yes.
sleepy, but he's like, "Hey, can you do this thing for me?" She's like, "No." He's like, "Please, no, please."
This is a
do
great.
it."
I
please.
love this.
Yeah, they're
Please?
kind of like
No,
siblings.
please? No. No. No.
No.
No.
And
I-
then he's like, "Master," and he's like, he just dresses her up, and she's like, "I am Poppy."
No, she does like the ultimate scream, like she's like in a horror flick. She's like, no, and then like, whoop, oh, I'm back.
Yeah, she goes all Poppy again. So it's gonna be a recurring thing.
This is the part I didn't understand about that whole thing. At the end, did she fall asleep on stream?
I believe. No, yes, she did.
no,
Because you hear snoring and then it cuts to the credits.
No,
No,
it-
because sorry about this,
Yeah.
but what happened is that she didn't want to, so she kind of like holds it in and she gives them like a death stare, like, and then that's what
Oh,
when you
that's
see them
right.
look away.
Yeah,
They're
they're
just
like,
like,
oh,
nope,
okay, yeah.
nope.
This sounds okay. Cool. So who else do we have? Oh, hey Mars girl, welcome. Thank you.
Hi, how are you?
Mars goes, "Die."
Welcome back. So, pretty much, she goes into all Poppy mode, and she pretty much asks if they know anything about the incident, the Skywall incident. We get the credits.
I don't like this. That there's a giant QR code.
You can peel it
On
off.
the side. Yeah, but
Free
then,
scan on us.
even if you peel it off, it's just a giant square now, like an empty.
Please don't peel it off. This is mine.
I won't peel it off, but it's just.
I don't trust you.
These are cool guys.
Yeah, but we finally have the belt.
Right here.
When am I
right here.
getting the Kamen Rider build suit? When I have when Aniki makes it like $20 a suit, totally.
Exactly.
Maybe $40.
Yeah, it's like so. If I ever get a rider suit, it has to look good. Like these things, like they look amazing. And if I get one, I don't want it to look like crap. Like,
Yeah, it's true.
no offense to anyone who like
Yeah.
makes their like suits from scratch or anything. It's just like perfectionist. Sorry.
Okay, no worries. So we get the credits, and then we cut to Nabeshima, who's being turned into a Smash again.
Yep.
And
Convenient.
Night Rogue is like, okay, we dosed you with one dose. Let's find out what happens if we do it again.
Yeah. Let's
And
give him a
turns
double
him,
dosage.
so he turns him into a Smash, and it cuts to Sento. He's asking the president of that company about the Skywall incident.
Yes.
And he shows him a video. He's like, "How'd you get this video?" And he's like, "Don't worry about it, you know." So they kind of, he's like,
This sequence was so annoying, and I hate like the whole ignorance thing. And so it was like, "Where'd you get this?" No, shut up. Where'd you get this? It was like,
yeah. So he kind of is like, "Where'd you get this?" "Oh yeah, well, tell me about Faust." And he's like,
oh,
He's like,
"You know,
well,
how'd you know that
how'd you
name?"
know that?
It's funny 'cause
Classified.
he goes, "How'd you know that name?" And he doesn't wait for an answer. He just proceeds to kind of explain to him, well, you know, those pieces got stolen
Yeah.
because he had this magic computer that they use in every like CSI show where it enhances like really grainy video, and you can see panels flying off of the Pandora's box. And he's like, "Where are the panels?" He's like, "What panels?" He's like, "Where are the panels?" He's like, "There are no panels." He's like, "Well, are you working with Faust?" He's like, "There were panels. They got stolen by a traitor." You know, here's what he looks like.
I like how Sento just gets under his skin. Is just like, you're gonna talk.
His assistant was being really aggressive though.
yeah,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like,
super
super
aggressive.
aggressive.
Like I feel like the assistant knows more than like most other people. I think he's in on it.
Yeah. So and then it cuts to Banjo and Takigawa, which is a reporter. We learned her name.
Okay.
And they're on a stakeout in a van. Banjo's like, "Let's do this." She's like, "No, don't be stupid. There's cameras everywhere. We gotta be smooth about it." And they see a delivery truck, and they're like, "That's how we get in." And then I was wondering, I was like, if there's
Security
cameras
cameras,
everywhere.
Wouldn't they see them go into the truck?
Yes, exactly.
But the
Children's show.
Whatever.
but what makes
Let
me
it
laugh,
slide.
What makes
Yeah.
me laugh about that sequence though is that they're hiding in the van, looking suspicious already. Doesn't anyone notice them in the van?
No, Japan.
It's
You have a point.
convenience.
You have a
It's
point.
it's children's show conveniences.
You have a
So
Children's show Japan.
so
Children's show
it cuts to so they're on a stakeout and they manage to get in the building, dressed as delivery people, and they find Nabeshima's family's apartment.
Oh, really quick. I
Yes.
wanted to point this out because I noticed this today. So the reporter, right? As much as we love her, she's not in the opening. So I was reading.
Now I'm not gonna stop thinking about that.
So I was reading about that, and someone was like, "Oh, maybe she's gonna die. She's gonna turn into a smash." I'm like, "No, don't say that. I like her a lot."
She's great.
Anyway, yeah, linger
Yeah.
on that, guys.
So
Anyway,
so they get into the building and they find the apartment, and Nabeshima's wife. He's like, "Are you Nabeshima's family?" It's Banjo, and she gets terrified. And the reporter girl, I just said her name, but I forgot it already. She's like, "No, it's okay.
Yeah.
You know, we want to help you guys. You know, we know about your husband. You know, can we come in?" She's like, "Okay." You know, and then
it was very like, okay, I guess, you know.
Yeah.
You guys seem nice.
Yeah.
You guys want some?
Like
Coffee?
you're a little scary, but you seem nice enough. So so they're kind of talking, and can I comment on how cute that little girl is?
Mm-hmm.
Nabeshima, he's ugly. That little girl's adorable.
Hey, called out.
Nabeshima, come at me, bro. No, I'm kidding. But all I'm saying is that little girl might not be his. She's too cute.
She's really cute.
She's adorable. So there's this kind of cute innocence towards her. She's little, but you see kind of Banjo talking to her, and she's like showing him these shapes. with
Look,
little-
it's a helicopter.
Yeah, to me that was adorable.
It was super adorable.
So we kind of you don't get it right away, but you kind of start getting Banjo's like he's like, okay, Nabeshima's more than just this person who could help me. He has a family who he might be not the best of persons, but people care for him.
Right.
And it's not just about getting him and getting answers. It's about more than that. You know, he's doing it for them, so it's not all bad. So we get that cool kind of little backstory about like his family has no idea what he's doing. They just said he's protecting us. You know, obviously we know from what they are kind of unaware. And so they decide, okay, we're taking you, we're gonna hide you, we're gonna keep you safe, and they do this sequence.
This sequence just
Where they're the family, they're in a giant box, and Banjo's like, you know, trying to be all nonchalant. He's like, it's okay, we're almost there. As he said that, he gets attacked by the Guardians. Like the Stormtroopers.
So here's the thing: they've been under surveillance, right? And then they leave and are attacked. Are they attacked because they have Ryuga with them, or are they attacked because they were trying to get to the wife and the kid?
Who knows? But
They could have just raided the apartment.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe they just didn't want to cause panic. I don't know. But
Public.
I mean,
Whatever.
there was this sequence, this really cool action sequence, and I want more of these where it's kind of like these live action, you know, sequences. There was a chase with the van, and then the Guardian kind of jumps up, and he turns himself into a bomb, and they're like just whizzing through, and Banjo's like, start the boat.
The lady's just like,
She's
where
like,
are
what
they
are you-
taking?
Yeah.
And then I don't know, she's like,
So they start the
It
boat.
was the realization. I was just like, what is that?
oh.
It was great. I loved
Yeah,
it.
so he kind of jumps over like this ramp,
This was ridiculous.
and like everyone just jumps out of the van. The van hits the water, it explodes. People are on the boat. They're safe. That was kind of weird
This
because
whole
it exploded
sequence-
super close to the boat though.
That
Like
CGI
it would have.
though was funny.
That whole sequence was ridiculous. Because
In the
as they're
best way.
like, they're driving and they're like, we have to jump. We have to jump. Okay, so you have to think about this car, you know, the doors, and how are you going to jump? And then there's no ramp, but this car managed to get enough air to go over the boat. Everyone should have died also.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
whatever.
Banjo,
Children show convenience.
Banjo grabs the little
Toku.
girl and he's like, I'm gonna keep you safe, and he did a good job keeping her safe because they
Yeah.
all lived. Let's see, we also have Messias the Rocket in the house. Hey, what's up, Messias?
What's up?
So after that whole really cool sequence, it cuts to, here we are, the cafe owner. It's Sento and the cafe owner. Cafe owner is leaving to his job. He owns a
Oh.
cafe. That's not suspicious at all.
Yeah. It was like, I'm leaving for my part-time job.
Part-time job. You
own a cafe.
Granted, it's always empty,
But
but he owns a cafe, right? So it's like, okay, that's not suspicious at all.
Probably such bad coffee.
Yeah, so Sento starts kind of questioning him.
it's like, you know, like since I've gotten back my memory, or since I lost my memory, I met you and I still know nothing about you.
He's like, you know, I don't like pasta. You know, he's like, I know, you know, I can't eat pasta, and I forgot what else he doesn't like.
You know,
Like,
this was
it's a really trivial thing.
This was
like,
kind of like a nice scene though, because it was like, what are you talking about? You know so much about me, stupid kid.
yeah,
And then like,
and then he says that this part kind of threw me off a little because he's like, you're focused too much on the past. You should focus on what's important, the present. And it's like, wait, in the first episode, you were asking about his memories. Like, that's obviously a thing of the past. Now all of a sudden, that's not important.
oh, but we learn
We learn why.
We
A
learn
little
why
bit
these
later on.
questions- No, right now. We
Yeah,
learn
actually,
why these
yeah.
questions.
So the owner leaves. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say that just now. That's like the owner leaves.
The owner
and then he
leaves,
pulls up a
and he
picture
pulls
of
up a picture of the astronaut who
Touched the Pandora's
who touched
box
the Pandora's
the first
box,
days.
and it was a cafe owner. It was him, and like
You guys,
we were like,
gosh.
what? And but really convenient. Just at this moment, they get a report of a Smash attacking.
right.
So he's like, whatever. I'll deal with this later. He goes and he fights the Smash, and he gets to fight the Smash, and it's kind of pretty much a Georgia fight scene. We have blocks flying everywhere. The Smash himself has a giant block head.
He's getting whooped basically, and then
Yeah.
this
He
is where we-
Georgia villain.
He pretty much is. So I think we have to invest. Build has to invest in a mecha at this point.
Yeah.
Because we're 4 episodes in, he's been attacked by giant monsters twice. That's 50% so far.
Dude, if
needs
it
a mecha.
happens again, I wouldn't be surprised. Like Forza had the power dizer, and that was like half the size of what a mech could
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
mech suit.
But that's the thing is like, was there
Watermelon?
anything in the toy scans of like a mech or anything?
Toy scans? Not really. Not really. Just power ups.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna be seeing it one, but I agree. I
He
think he
needs a mech
one.
at this point because he's been attacked by giant monsters twice, and we're only 4 episodes in. So that's 50% of the episodes as of this episode that he's
More
been
like
attacked by a
Ghostbusters
giant
kinda
thing.
deal.
Yeah. So then he goes into Rabbit Gatling, and I come to the conclusion that Gatling looks awesome with pretty much anything.
Yeah.
That form
Like-
is
like-
so cool.
Gunmetal Gray with almost any of this other combinations is fantastic. I love it.
I
beautiful.
love Gatling. Gatling's
Yeah.
my like new favorite bottle.
Yeah. So
Coming soon to this.
So there's this kind of he's right now the monster's giant. He's about to kind of step on Build, and he gets stopped. And you turn, and the drill sword is on his side, and you see kind of Banjo, from the distance, just like you're welcome.
Yeah.
And he's like, huh. I never thought about throwing it. You know,
we skipped a little part though.
Go ahead.
The reason why that smash got bigger is because we see our
yeah,
first
that's
shot
right.
at
That is
Bloodstar.
right.
big part.
We got
The
Bloodstar.
we got the secondary evil rider
Yeah.
known as Bloodstar.
Yeah,
that shoots out.
he could turn monsters giant with his Devil Stream, and that was kind of cool.
I think it's called the Steam Blade. I think it's a toy
yeah.
called.
That sniper mode was pretty cool.
Yeah. So that was really cool, and so they defeat the Smash, and it turns out it's Nabeshima. They're like, what? He was already a Smash,
Right.
Which is kind of convenient because they have his family back at the lab.
Mhm.
So they take him back to the lab, and it's something really sad. Nabeshima can't remember himself, let alone his family. And this is kind of really heartbreaking scene where his daughter's like,
This was really heartbreaking.
Papa,
though.
you don't remember me?
Kind of got me.
You know, and but before this, Banjo was like yelling at him to remember it, to remember.
You're the only way my name is gonna get cleared.
Yeah.
How am I ever gonna like be an innocent man if you can't even remember?
Exactly.
And it sucks because then here was more or less his only chance to
Yeah.
be a free man.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So, so we go back to his daughter. She's like, remember me, Papa? She's like trying to show him.
Look, it's a helicopter.
And then
but the thing is, she didn't lose her smile the whole time.
Yeah. So, but she was just confused. And then Banjo, he's like in tears. He's like, look, if you're not really gonna remember anything, for me, do it for your family. Remember her. She wants your praise. She wants your love. Do it for her, and he can't get himself to do it.
And that's the thing that's like a lot of people they force people to do things they don't want to because they personally feel bad, and it's like you could feel that. It's like, oh man, don't force him to do that because you know he can't anymore.
Yeah. So this is then Sento does this really sweet thing. He grabs some foil and he grabs a battery
the
and a
Sento
light.
thing.
He explains to the little girl. He's like, look, this is your dad right now. These are his memories, and with this foil, these are new memories. You could help him get his old memories back. A little light goes on.
Right.
And so he kind of explained it to her in a way that only he could, but so she could understand. So she goes, all right, Papa, we're gonna help you remember. Let's go.
Yeah.
So everyone's kind of happy, and they start kind of walking off, and then Nabeshima turns around and he sees this thing in the wall, and it's the what was it called?
They have it called as Pandora panel, but it might be now that we know it's part of the Pandora's panel.
So it's the Pandora panel, the toy we were talking about last week, right? So he goes up in that little thing where they test out all the best matches, and he's like, they have one over here. He's like, I've seen this. They have one over there.
So the Pandora panel is a toy, right?
Yes.
Yes, it's a new toy that should be coming out probably in October. It's going to be coming out with the Fire full bottle.
So if you buy 2 of those, and let's assume the rest of the panels become toys, you could build the Pandora's box.
That'd be really cool.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be really cool. Yeah.
Huh.
So at this point, it gets Sento's gears turning even more because he already knows that the cafe owner was involved with the Skywall incident, and he already knows this much.
And then they kind of put Misora on the spot though. He's like, wait, if Nabeshima recognizes the bottles, why do they have the bottles?
Yeah.
Misora should be the only one to make these bottles.
Yeah, and she kind of like
backs off.
Yeah, she doesn't know what to say, and it cuts to the cafe owner nonchalantly coming back to the shop, and he hears banging. And he's like, what's going on? He comes down, and Sento's hitting the wall with a hammer.
Oh, this is a crazy
yeah,
scene.
and he's like going back and
epic.
forth, and the cafe owner's trying to stop him.
He's like, what are you doing? And he starts breaking the wall.
So finally he's like, oh yeah, well what's this? He pulls out a piece of the wall, and he turns it around. It's a piece of the Pandora's box. He's like,
The outer panel is...
yeah, one of the outer panels. He's like, are you working with Faust?
Oh my god.
And then it ends, and I'm like, where's episode 5?
Okay, so
I need it now.
if you watched the preview, spoilers.
I didn't watch the preview.
You didn't watch the preview?
I watched it.
Okay. Do you want to know what happens in the preview?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. In the preview, he specifically says he's Faust. He's Faust.
Yeah. Well, there's two. I think in the TV Nihon one, it's the one where he says he's Faust,
Yeah.
and then the Overtime Zones one, he says he's working with Faust.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's see what happens.
Okay.
It might be a sub thing.
Yeah.
But once we get more accurate subs coming up this week, we'll know exactly what's going on.
We'll figure it out. So let's go through the comments real quick since we're pretty much done talking about the episode itself. Let's see. So Blackwing was commenting. Yeah, that scene was really sad. It was extremely sad.
It was awful.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much drama we have already. Granted, it's episode 4 and it has been a little rushed.
Yeah.
But there's a lot happening right now.
Yeah.
There is.
This episode felt longer.
Yeah.
Than the other episode. Same length, but it just felt a little bit longer. And I also want to comment during the fight scene. We had Build. He was in his hot Gatling mode, and he was shooting birds. And you hear the sounds of birds. You see blocks flying everywhere, and I was like, "This is Juoja." This is
It's a
Juoja.
boss battle. It's a boss battle.
And it was really cool.
Everything clicks together.
So what would you rate this episode?
Considering it's better than last time, 4.
What about you?
This is a 4.
4 out of 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
4 out of 5.
I'd say 4.5.
4.5. I would say a 4 as well.
4 as well.
Not because I don't think it was good, but because I think that they could it could only get better.
Yes.
The next several episodes are gonna get a lot better.
I feel like right now, and it's usually around episode 4 or 5 is when writers usually start to hit their stride, and you guys start to see what the series is really about.
We missed out too, because you know how you said you don't mind about the previews or anything, right? In the preview, we also get information about Sento's past.
Oh, that's
okay.
right. Oh, there were some pictures.
So, we have Nerd Herder LA
wait to
is in
talk
the
about
in the
that.
room. He said Nerd Squat lit.
What's up?
Oh, what's up? How's
What's
it
up, Nerd
going?
Herder?
Nerd Herder.
What's up?
Nerd
So
Herder.
Abigail said she's excited for this next episode. She might watch it after this, as will we. We will definitely be watching it. Blackwing says Juoger was literally on my mind during that fight. Same here. He had birds. They were like it was. I think they might be recycling the same sound effect for the bird
You could stop.
chirps. I actually have my Juoger morpher in my bag over there. So Ryan Super 04 Steel Speed Thomas, he gives it a 4 out of 5.
Thank you for your rating.
Abigail rates it a 3.5 out of 5. Okay.
Secondary writers, with the exception of Exade, which showed up in like episode 3 or something like that.
No, like 2.
2? Really?
Yeah,
That's right.
We got Brave.
Um,
So we got Brave like second episode. We got Snipe third episode,
Yeah.
and then we got Laser fourth episode.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Any traditional writer series usually end up like episode 15, 16, kind of around the same time as like Sentai members,
Okay.
Power Ranger members as well.
I heard that the secondary writer for Claws might be coming around maybe episode 7, 8.
Okay.
That's
So
understandable.
not too far, not too far from this episode. So we'll see. I'm like really excited to see Banjo if he becomes a secondary writer.
Yes.
I'm really excited to see him. This episode, he was less dumb in this episode. He like
I like him in this episode.
yeah, he was a bit naive.
But
That's
he was
completely
naive.
different from being
Yeah,
dumb.
exactly.
You know.
So really quick, guys, for everyone in the chat right now, after this stream is over, please feel free to post all your theories about what you think is going to be happening in the next episodes, because there's
Instagram page, right?
Yeah.
there's literally so much that could be happening. Like, oh, who was Sento before? Because right now we know what he looked like according to the previews, but we don't know what he did. So like, what's his story?
Yeah.
What's the cafe owner story? We really need to learn his name.
Ishimori, I think it was.
Yeah, we had his name, but it's just much easier to call him the cafe owner.
Cafe owner, master.
Master. You know, puppy. So yeah, it's gonna be really cool. I have my own theory.
Mhm.
If he did is working for Faust, maybe he rescued Sento. You know.
That's what I'm thinking.
Are we
So-
still doing the best matches in the comment section?
Yes.
on the forums?
Please. Give us some of your best matches. The first few episodes we did the best matches, and they were super fun.
They were super.
We haven't got any new ones, so after this is done on this video, leave some comments of your best matches. Snail Roomba still winning, so if you could top that, that would be
Snail
awesome.
Roomba!
Or you can send those to us on Instagram if you want to draw them. Abigail, I'm looking at you. If you could draw some best matches, send them to us on Instagram, and we will feature them on the
Instagram,
show.
Twitter.
Send
whatever.
Armadillo Dozer. That's all I'm asking. Snail Roomba, Armadillo Dozer. Let's get it.
Lion.
Whale Submarine.
Okay,
No.
Shuoger.
Well, submarine. Or Orca Shuttle. Orca Shuttle.
Minecraft Megazord. You know, there's different types of.
Minecraft isn't an animal.
So,
It's an.
it can be.
It's a theme.
Neither is a
works.
ninja. Ninja's not an animal.
It's a theme. It works.
Organic.
Blackwing says, even though I saw episode 5, he still has questions. Okay, so it looks like this series is gonna keep us asking a lot more questions.
You're right. You're right.
Hopefully it'll. You saw it already?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did. You told me this morning.
Hopefully each episode ends with a question. I don't want to come across an episode where it feels like, oh, that was a good episode. I want to feel like, oh my god, what's happening next? That's what I want to keep feeling for the rest of the series.
Yes. Okay. Abigail said, okay, that could be a cool thing to do. Please, Abigail, Snail Roomba, just draw some of your best matches, and we will feature them on the show because you are awesome.
Wait, please.
Please.
We gotta
No,
say
no.
please like how?
Please.
Please.
Please,
Please.
please, please. No, he's like this. He's like this. Please, please, please. Because this is amazing. All right, guys. So we should wrap this up. Where can we find you, Darrel?
Okay, guys. So here's the thing. For the next couple weeks, I'm not going to be here on Kamen Rider Corner. I'm going to be on the East Coast. But the first week, I'm going to be in New York for New York Comic Con. So if you guys are going to that, I will be there, and you can see me there. So other than that, I'm not going to be on the hashtag show for the next month either. So you can find me on all social media: Darrel J Delphin, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. And yeah, I mean, come Comic-Con, if everything comes out, I'm gonna have another announcement. So yeah, stay tuned for that.
All right, Luis, where can we find you?
Instagram mostly. Find me under Mighty Action Lou. Mighty _action _
God,
Lou.
it makes it so difficult.
I'm sorry, that's how Instagram told me to do it. But you can find me there for social media. Say hi, follow, send me pictures of your best matches.
And you can find me at GL Jimmy on Twitter, Instagram. Jimmy is a Geek here on YouTube. And I occasionally post stuff on Angel Grove Radio. So I'm there if you need me.
Yes.
So again, guys, thank you guys so much for joining us.
You forgot one more thing, though.
What did I forget?
Also, if you guys want to send out the other best matches besides just our pages, you can also tag Kamen Rider Corner.
Yes, on Instagram. And
yes, that's
we'll
right.
See it there.
We have an Instagram page, Kamen Rider Corner, as our name suggests. And you can just follow that, and we're gonna be posting up every time we go live. Some news, all the Kamen Rider stuff, all the Kamen Rider goodies.
Okay, cool. And with that being said, again, thank you guys for joining us. One quick round of shout outs again. Abigail Parker, Ryan Super Zero 4 Steel. Ryan, please shorten your name. I like you. Please shorten your name. Mighty Action Lou over here. Let's see who else. Blackwing was in here. Thank you. Who else was in here? We had a few more. Mars Girl. Thank you. I'm missing at least one other person. Messias De Rocket. Thank you. And I think that might be it. Thank you guys, and we'll see you guys next week.
Oh no!
Yes. What?
Like last couple episodes, we haven't had a little call out. You guys are Pop Culture Renegades, so it's like I don't know. Let's go, and don't forget we're the Pop Culture Renegades.
Yeah.
And then Pop Culture Renegades. I'll say it at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Don't forget, guys, we are the
Pop Culture Renegades.
I mean,
we'll see you guys next week.
It could have been.
We'll work on it. We'll work on it.
We'll work on it.
We'll work on it. It's okay.
It's a work in progress.